Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Heroes of the Storm. I apologize for the lateness of this video, as well as the other one that I'll be doing. Usually I'm kind of on point, like, when these reworks come out. And, this rework happened during a point in time where I was really busy. When you're working a job at a retail store and you hit December, things tend to get very busy when it comes to your hours. So I didn't really have much time to be able to sit down and record anything, let alone Heroes of the Storm, when this rework came out. So we are now in January, where I'm going to be getting hopefully a bit more time off. And during one of my days off here, I realized that I was like, oh, that's right, I never did a video on these reworks. So we are going to be taking a look at the Stitches and Sylvanas reworks. Stitches first, because I play Stitches more than I do Sylvanas. And of course, it's Stitches. And, plus his skin still works a bit. Oh, this is one of my absolute favorite skins in the game. I just love Santa Stitches. It's such a great skin. So, what changed? Excuse me. What changed for Stitches? Well, for one thing, this did kind of hurt a bit. They changed the range of his hook. I know. They actually reduced the range. Not by a lot, but by some. You could tell. You could notice it. It hurt my soul a bit. Just love the hook, and when I saw the shorter range, it just, Fortunately, fishing hook is still here, and it's actually been buffed. It actually has a longer range to kind of bring it back to what it was when you would pick fishing hook. So they want to make a few specific changes. For one thing, they wanted to change Slam. They didn't want Slam to be a kind of a useless ability that you would just press the button for. So you can see now it says here, deals damage within the target area. Enemies in the inner impact area take more damage, and they are slowed for 1.5 seconds. They also changed his trait. Basic attacks splash vile gas, poisoning nearby enemies over 3 seconds. Reapplying vile gas increases the current duration to a maximum of 10 seconds. So you have a bit more of extra crowd control now with a slow built in to the Slam baseline. And your auto attacks now just do extra, damage over time, the vile gas damage. So I'd say those are a couple of nice positive changes to both his trait and his Slam, because they really felt kind of they felt worthless. Like you didn't get any value from either of these unless you went with a full Slam build. And then Slam was really strong, but then you were sacrificing all the other tanky talents that helped make Stitches a tank. So if you needed him to be a tank and he went Slam build, he was not nearly as durable as he would be if he took the other talents. That was a big problem. So for the most part, Putrid Bile and Gorge, I think, are like exactly the same. I'm not entirely sure. They may have made a slight change. I would have to relook at the patch notes, but as for the talent tree, this is where things get really interesting. Savor the Flavor is still here. It's a quest talent, increasing the health regen by 1. And it heals for 8% of his maximum health and mana. Not just health, but also mana over 4 seconds. So that can be very helpful. But here are a couple of the ones that people gravitate towards that they found very interesting. Patchwork Creation. Increase regeneration effects and all healing received by 15% whenever a nearby enemy minion dies. Restore health. Takedowns restored even more health. Now, don't take the numbers, for granted there, because that scales as you level in the game. So 15% extra healing if you have a really good dedicated healer. So imagine Morales on Stitches. She's now going to be healing him for even more. That's pretty nice. Hungry for More. Gathering a regen globe increases Stitch's maximum health by 30. It doesn't have a cap anymore. It's uncapped now. Every 15 globes gathered permanently increases Stitch's movement speed by 5% up to 20%. That's 60 globes. So yeah, that's a lot of globes. But the extra maximum health, as long as you're not dealing with a really strong giant killer on the other side, like a Tychus or a Malthael, that's going to be really nice. Level 4, we have... this one I found interesting. It was like, oh, could we do a Q build? Hitting an enemy hero deals bonus damage equal to 5% of their maximum health and reduces Hook's cooldown by 3 seconds. So you reduce the cooldown and it's a giant killer. How about that? Playtime. Heroes hit, reduce the cooldown of other basic abilities, and increase to 2 seconds for heroes hit. Chop Chop. Hitting an enemy hero with the air impact grants 50% increased attack speed for 5 seconds, which I guess plays into his trait if you're wanting to get a lot more out of that, since he can then attack a lot faster. Blight, this is an interesting one. I tried this and it didn't really seem to do that much. Apply Valgas to all nearby enemies. Receive 20% less healing. Valgas heal Stitches. The thing is, the range on the activation of this seemed very small. It comes out from, from Stitches outward, but it seemed like a very small range. It didn't really seem that effective. I didn't really like it that much. Cannibalize has now moved down to 7 basic attacks, or the impact area of Slam heals Stitches for 1.75% of his maximum health, which, remember, if you get this and you're increasing your maximum health, it's going to heal you for more. And then Tenderizer, Tenderizer, it's pretty much still the same. 13, Lacerate. Slam affects enemies with gas, and heroes hit by the slam have their armor reduced by 10 for 4 seconds. So it's a nice armor reducer for team fights. I don't really like digestive juices. Deals 50% reduced damage. I mean, I guess if you are really trying to focus on a certain damage dealer, then this could really help out. Gas Flare deals 15 damage per second to nearby enemies. Hitting a hero with Hook increased the damage by 150% for 4 seconds. So there are a couple of different talents like this, very similar to this on other characters like Muradin, where he does passive AoE damage, and then if you hit someone, what was it? Let me look at Muradin real quick. Yeah, hitting a hero that's rooted, stunned, or slowed increases the damage. So now Stitches gets this kind of talent here. So I guess they're giving these to warriors, trying to give you them AoE damage, but also reward them for doing certain things. Level 16, Fishing Hook. As I said, it's still here. 50% increased range. I think it used to be 40%. Now, this one I thought was actually pretty good, but you still have the reduced range. Meat Hook. Hitting an enemy hero heals Stitches for 16% of his maximum health over 4 seconds, which that goes hand in hand with Hungry for More, which means it would heal him for even more. For 4 seconds, Stitches' basic attacks against the hero refreshes the healing duration. Now, you combine that with, not Tenderizer, you combine that with Chop Chop, where you get increased attack speed. That could be really nice. But a lot of the times, how often are you going to be finding yourself just trading blows against someone in terms of a duel, as opposed to getting focused and, it seems good on paper, but no one really takes it. Fishing Hook is still the go-to. Pulverize isn't bad, though. It's that 75% slow that you used to pick as well if you were going for a slam build. And then level 20. Potent Bile's still here. Hungry Stitches is still here. Second Helping gains additional charge. This is the one, though, that caught a lot of people's attention. Shambling Horror. Activate to gain 50 armor for 4 seconds. That's nice. But here's the other really cool thing. Stitches cannot have his movement speed reduced below 100%. This nullifies all slows the enemy team has. Jaina and her slows are useless against Stitches at that point. Sure, she's just giving herself her buff for her extra damage, but if you're relying on slows, Stitches just ignores it all. And this also works against Arthas when you think about it as well. So, really nice, interesting changes here. Let's check out the new Stitches in action. I'll show you the reduced range on his hook.
Stitches want to play.
Here's the new artwork for Dragon Shard, because they actually changed it, because it used to be like a one-handed axe and a shield. Now it's just a two-handed axe. Now he's basically gone from being a prot warrior to an arms warrior. I wasn't sure why they made this change, but I will say it is kind of nice to see that they actually wanted to, if they were going to change this, they wanted to make sure they also changed the artwork here. So I think that's a nice touch to detail that they did there. All right, so we do have a Lucio and an Abathur. So, and this is not a map that has a lot of globes on it. So I think, and do they have any giant killers on the team? They do have an Orphea. She does have a giant killer talent in her tree. So I'm just going to go with the Patchwork creation, just to get extra healing from the Lucio. In fact, did the Abathur AI pick the healing talent? They haven't chosen yet. No, he did not. Whatever. Alright. Alright, so let me show you guys the reduced range here. Of course, Varian can't die to that because he's Varian. Ah! Stupid minion! Got in the way. Pretty sure that extra healing also applies to regen globes. So you're not increasing your maximum health, but you are getting more healing from the globes.
You think yourself worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it. Take
Get back here, Orphea. Oh, missed her. But yeah, you see the range? Ugh. Oh, that hurts seeing that. Oh, man. Oh, that hurts seeing that lower range there. Oh, man. Go. All right, let's see. Let's get Chop Chop. See, Nazebo, why'd you have to come here? This was a private party. Nazebo, come on, dude. Oh, my goodness. Oh, gee, thanks, AI Lucio. Of course, we do have an Abathur, and this is one of those maps that, because you gotta stand here, it doesn't fully pay off to have an Abathur in situations like this. Yes, AI Sylvanas, go in against 3. Of course, the Lucio is just kind of running around like a chicken with his head off. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, and of course, the Jaina is not paying attention to the, Get the Alex Straza. Come on, what are you doing? Well, it's like, I'll just soak mid. Push this in, make it easier for the Dragon Knight. It's actually, man, I'll never forget the days when that was one of my favorite strategies in Hero League, is I would play Asmodan, and I would tell my team, look, I'm just gonna stay in middle, and I'm just gonna push middle, and you guys will split into 2 up top and 2 in the bottom, and I will push mid so hard they're gonna have to come stop me. And, you know, plus I was also making it easier for our Dragon Knight to just go through and get the fort or the key. Alright, let's now go with Cannibalize. This is gonna work with what I was talking about in terms of getting Chop Chop for that extra attack speed buff, because look at that. I keep attacking. I'm able to keep healing myself with those attacks. Again, nobody is top. Because we have an Abathur who can't, an AI Abathur who doesn't know how to do that. If this was a player Abathur, I guarantee you he'd be trying to grab this right now. Get over here! Look at this! They have to send 3 of them up here to get me. Ah, man. Alright, let's sippy cup. Why are they not grabbing? What's the Lucio doing? The AI. Blizz, fix your AI in this game. Oh my gosh. Focus on the Nazebo. He's doing all this damage. Alright, we're gonna go with Gorge. Come here, ETC. There we go. Grab it! Come on! The Sylvanas not even paying attention. At times the AI is just brain dead. They're grabbing that. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, I have Gorge up. Come here. There we go. No, 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 no. You are not getting away. There we go. Ugh.
Too rough. Killing spree.
Oh, I do love the Stitches announcer. Play too rough. Killing spree. Alright. Let's go with Gas Flare. Oh my goodness. Of course I missed the hook. Look at this. 3 of them are coming down here. My whole team went up there. Why is our Abathur down?
Going as fast as can. Symbiote implanted. You augmented.
Come here, Nazebo. Oh, UTC!
Sequences.
Oh, how did I miss that point blank hook?
Enhanced. Improved.
Look at the healing I'm getting. Look at the damage I'm doing. You see the idea of this build I'm kind of trying out here? Woo, man. Oh. There we go. Oh my goodness.
Sequences augmented.
I'm like, come back here. The eye doesn't like, I have to. Look at the range now. Come here, Orphea. There we go, my team finally got it.
Now it burns.
Huh. There we go. Alright, I have no mana.
Someone's been practicing.
Sylvanas, get over there. They actually, I think they, well, they made some buffs and some nerfs to the monstrosity recently. Get the keep. Ugh. There we go.
That beast is
Oh my goodness, let's finish this off. Don't attack that, attack this! Look at the damage and the healing I'm doing right now. Woo! I did that short hook only to show the damage from gas flare. Come back here, Alex Straza. There we go. Oh, my goodness. These Abathur AI games can be just so frustrating. And this is one of the more frustrating maps to play with AI characters. And you can see why. Because at times they don't really know what to do when it comes to running back and forth between the two different shrines. They're just like, ah, we don't know what to do. Now, I didn't take the talent that increased my maximum health. I took the one that gives me extra healing.
My beloved is gone, but his
And then I took the ones that cannibalize that gives me healing on attacks. Now let's see, can I hit Nazebo with this? Yep, I got him! Oh, I didn't think I was gonna get put in the zombie wall there. I was like, I don't think it's gonna get me. Nope, it got me. Oh, you stop knocking them away like that.
my husband is dead. Remind this kingdom of his.
Alright, let's go. Move on in. Alright, level 20. Shambling Horror. Now I can activate armor for fights, and I can no longer be slowed. Never falls below 100%. Nazebo. Come here, Orphea.
Playmate dead? Stitches angry.
Don't you just love the Stitches announcer? Playmate dead? Stitches angry. Stitches just brings such a smile to my face. I gotta see if he's actually still in WoW. I don't know if that was like a limited time thing or if they actually brought him back or not. It may be an alliance only thing. They have to just head on over and see whether or not I can actually find him still wandering around Darkshire. That'd be awesome if he's still in... Oh, he hearthed away. Can I grab it before the AI takes it away? Oh, ETC is... They're ignoring ETC. But ETC ignored the shrine. I got it. What is with the Lady of Thorns now? She is just angry. Make them suffer as I have. Get out of here, Nazebo. Doing 855 on the core at this point. Wish I was doing more. Alex Straws dead. Get rid of those minions to have them help me against the core. Just want to get that extra damage from my gas flare. Activate my armor. Okay, that Orphea ult is really hurting. Alright, there we go. Woo! 11 kills. Look at this damage. So, you know, I doubt you're going to be able to repeat this type of thing, but it was kind of like you know, trying to show you like what you can pull off here. Now, I think this build here actually would have benefited a bit more. At least these two talents here would have benefited more, as well as this one here as well, from if I had gotten Hungry for More and if I had built up more maximum health, because now you're healing yourself for even more. But I hope you guys get the general idea. I don't think this made Stitches overpowered. I don't think it made him top tier. Oh yeah, let me get rid of this. Let me skip through all this. Yeah, there was this Christmas, somewhat Christmas themed event. I don't know. Just seemed kind of silly. Like, really? Of all the types of events you could do, but I don't know. Just not necessarily something I was necessarily fond of. Alright, so the build I tried today was Patchwork Creation, Chop Chop, Cannibalize, Gorge, Gas Flare, Fishing Hook, and Shambling Horror. I'd say it's a pretty, solid, reliable build, especially if you have a healer. If you don't, I'd say just go with Hungry for More, unless they have several, like at least a couple of characters on their side that have giant killers, like a Tychus or a Malthael. Then Stitches is in big trouble, because they're gonna absolutely annihilate his health. You could go with Savor the Flavor if you want to get yourself not only more health but also more mana. I was a couple of times in that game, so you could tell that his mana could become an issue, which I don't recall if that was ever a big issue with Stitches before, but it's certainly a possible thing that can happen now. Playtime and Serrated Edge I think are also pretty good. So is Tenderizer if you need the slows, I guess, but that sacrifices his healing, which, as you saw, was really nice in that match when I was going like against both ETC and Varian there. I was able to pull that off because of that. I mean, Gas Flare is nice, but it's especially only if you're willing to use your big cooldown for Hook, though this can help with that if you want, since it reduces the cooldown. And as I said, on paper, Meat Hook seems really good, but that extra range from Fishing Hook, it's so hard to pass up on that. So I like the rework. I don't know if it made him like insanely strong or not, but I do still enjoy playing Stitches. So, alright, up next we'll be checking out Sylvanas. I don't think I've really touched her since her rework. I remember a lot of people, or not a lot, a few people I know, they would look at the rework and they were like, eh. So I'll go over her stuff, and then I will, I guess, figure out what to do when we come back in terms of checking out how she plays. Stay tuned.